I know. Oh, we're on. Shh. Guys.
Are we on yet?
I don't know. Are we? I don't know.
Are we there yet?
It says we're live. It says we're live.
Yep, you were live.
I'm glad I put my pick in before we went live.
Oh my God. Okay. So, good night. No, not good night. Good evening. Good night. I don't know. Hello, everyone. This is, my name's TJ.
I'm John.
I'm Ski.
And we're part of this gaming group. It's called FNP Wargamers. And we basically try our best to pretend like we know what Warhammer 40K is, Age of Sigmar, and a lot of other GW products. But I think most of the time we're just fellow gamers just like y'all that enjoy the hobby. So tonight on our show, we were going to talk. We're going to talk about a little bit Night Vault. John got the preview copy, so he's going to talk a little about that. I wanted to bring up a subject that was very interesting that kind of plagued the internet with Warhammer Citadel up in Dallas saying that you can't use any bases that aren't GW. So it kind of sparked a little uproar on their Facebook page, as well as it carried over to some of the major 40K groups and stuff that are on Facebook as well. So I was going to talk about that, and I know Ski and John have their feelings on it, and I have my feelings. So
feelings? What are feelings?
No. Our educated opinions.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So and Jonathan is currently driving to watch his little sister get married, so he's not going to be on tonight, guys. So
beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for him. I told him, man, just enjoy the moment, man. Hopefully, this is the only time your sister will ever get married, so enjoy it.
Yep.
So, other than that, so I wanted to talk about the bases because when I read over it, I was like, okay. It kind of hit me because I was like, okay, so no third-party bases, I guess, is what they're basically trying to say. But I think between what they're trying to say and what got lost in translation when it comes to typing out messages was kind of that thing. So people are like, well, if I have non-sand on, it's not GW sand, can I bring that? And people I think they went over the deep end on it. So in my mind, I was like, okay, let's see here. I've been playing since like 3rd edition. Some of my bases have stuff on them that GW didn't even make, and I'm like, I bought static grass and I've been using that. I've been using the same kind of static grass that I think I bought in like 99. I haven't run out of it yet.
It's not even molded yet?
No, it hadn't molded yet. It's surprising. It's stacky. So, I like to stick my finger in there and, see and swirl it around and then, rub myself with it. So it's real fun.
Yeah, static with just it, it's all weird.
Yeah. So, and then I had a friend of mine post on there that he was like, so on the Titan walk, can we, I put all my Titans on a base. Am I allowed to bring that? So I was just kind of like, I'm like, okay. So I think what GW is trying to say, I think what you and what Ski and John also agreed with me on is that you're supposed to, just no third-party bases, like secret weapon, those kind of things. Because I was just like, man, I've got all kinds of stuff on my bases that aren't GW related. I bought Gale Force 9 stuff and all kinds of other stuff, but for added bases and stuff. So I thought that was very interesting because a lot of people lost their shit.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting.
Well, and it goes back to, if people stop and think about it, look at Army's Parade. Army's Parade is all GW products.
Yep.
So that's the standard of that. Why not match that with their stores, which then it's all on the same playing field?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing with Games Workshop, and this is what I was talking to Ski and TJ about, is that they don't want you coming into their store with other people's product. Because if you're sitting there playing on games and they got customers coming in or little kids or people that are just brand new to the hobby and they see stuff like, say, secret weapon miniature bases, or you for some reason thought about bringing War Machine miniatures that count as some sort of demon.
Yep.
And then the customers are like, well, where can I get these miniatures? Oh, those are a different company's miniatures. We don't sell those here. And now, I mean, if they're a good salesperson, they can kind of work around it, but it kind of leaves a bad taste in the company's mouth when they're trying to sell their product at their own stores.
Yeah.
So, but I get it. I mean, it sucks, but I don't think it's to the level that some of these people, it sounds like, have blown up. I mean, if you've got static grass from, like you said, from like Gale Force 9, or you got sand from Walmart or Hawaii, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, but if you roll up there with, or even with a custom base, unless times have changed, you know, making a custom base, they're not going to ding you for having cardboard, or not cardboard, but what is that? Corkboard.
Corkboard, yeah.
As long as it's on a GW base, I think you're fine.
Yep. Yeah, so that's what I kind of got the opinion of too. You know, that was my more take of it. I was just kind of reading through the chat, and I was just like, dear God, man, these people are losing their crap. So yeah. I think the other reason is a lot of people made a big deal about it was because of the rules that they posted on for Warhammer, the Warhammer place in Nottingham for their events and stuff. They specified that the models have to be GW, and they don't really talk about the bases at all. You know, so I think a lot of people are like, that goes against kind of the rules you set up at your other huge store, you know, which I thought was kind of interesting. So, but yeah,
I understand, you know, being upset, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's their company, and they're trying to push their products. So if you're coming to their house, you know, don't bring uninvited guests to their house. Yeah. But I get it. I mean, like, you know, I probably, like, when I go to LVO, I probably will not be able to go on Warhammer Live or Warhammer TV, because I'm going to have Scribor miniature accessories on my bases.
Yeah.
Just because Games Workshop doesn't do some of the stuff that I need.
Yep.
And I can't expect them to, but I don't expect them to go, all right, I'm not going to get upset because I can't get on their TV show because, you know, I made the decision not to use all of their product. I get it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like my armatures. I was just like, when I saw what Gadget Plus came out with, I was like, no. I want those for my chain axes, you know, the chain things.
Oh, yeah.
My armatures, because I'm like, one's got a saw and the other's a giant drill. Yes, must have. So.
For a second, I was feeling a little ridiculous because I was like, well, only a couple of my models are going to have those weird bases. So what if I have secondary models like, oh, I'm going to be on Warhammer TV? Great. Yeah, let me go ahead and pull these models off because I have the exact same model, but on regular GW style bases. They don't have this stuff. But then it just gets a little crazy. I mean, for me, it'd only be like 4 or 5 models that I would have to swap out. But
God, it magnetized your bases, man.
Oh, brilliant.
Just magnetize it, man. You just GW bases, we're good to go. Like, have it just for the display board, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really badass on the display board, and then you just pop it off and put on another base.
Oh, brilliant.
Or you just get some of that white tack, whatever, and you get the GW base and you tack it on the base of the GW base.
Whoa, no. Tack? No. We can't do that. John's professional, man.
Oh.
Whoa.
He's pro, man. Pro John, you know. John's professional, man.
I don't know. Professional blacker, maybe. I don't know. Professional anything.
I don't think professional. I mean, I don't think Slacker has anything to do with you when you paint models, man. How many Space Wolves are you painting right now?
I'm down to a new batch of about 20-ish.
I know, but how many have you painted?
By the time I'm done, well, right now I'm at about 80-ish in about 2 weeks. And one more day, and I'll have 1 day of basing for about 100 models. And still got about 2 dreadnoughts and about 20 guys to do. 30 guys. Crap. Forgot about some long fangs. Oh. So
yeah. You know what I've done in the last 2 weeks, John?
What's that?
I've worked on my little bitty knight here.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, the little 3 knights. I've worked on those, and then I've based these 2 guys. That's it. That's 2 weeks, man. Well, so I'm gonna give you hats off on the awesomeness and Ski's painted like a turtle. Now
Yeah.
he's working on other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've got, like I said when I started, I was like, oh, I need to start a new army. Here comes Deepkin. Well, I should have all my Deepkin by Friday, hopefully. Then I just got to build and paint. So
amazing, man.
Yeah, it's a little daunting.
I need to get these for my AdMech done. So I think I'm going to work on those real quick because since they're such big models and there's going to be a lot of dry brushing and some other stuff, it should go pretty quickly. And then I need to can't believe no one's in Houston's taking me up on the offer for freaking a Renegade box set for a Canonus Rex. That's all I want. I want a Canonus Rex, and I'll trade you my Renegade box set.
I think they think you're full of it or something, like it's a joke. Like, haha, joke's on you.
I mean, the Canonus Rex model is $160, right? And the Renegade's 190. So yeah, I'm losing a little bit of money, but I'm like, that box will literally set on my shelves for probably the next 2 years.
I mean, is anything missing out of the box?
Not at all. And you know what's even cool? I got 2 Renegade pictures in my box, so I can take one of the Renegade pictures and you still get one if someone wanted to trade me.
Renegade
so
picture?
Nothing, huh? You know how like on the new GW boxes for the big boxes they've been putting in the cover art?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they put 2 of them in that box.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, oh yeah. So that's the only thing I've taken out of it. I opened it up and made sure all the sprues were there.
Mm-hmm.
Usually no matter when I buy stuff, if I'm not even going to paint it anytime soon, I'll still open it up to make sure I get it all. Oh, that way, in case I need to call GW and be like, yeah, I'm missing this, or I'm missing this. You know what I mean?
Fix my shit.
Yeah, because like the worst thing you hate is when you like have a box and you open it up and you're like, oh, I'm missing something.
Yeah.
And then, we all hoard GW boxes, so we have boxes that, haven't been touched in a while, that have a lot of dust on them, and so it's good to check them.
True.
Yeah. But yeah, so John, man, I heard you got the Night Vault rules already?
Yeah, I got a preview copy. Now,
nice.
I am not very well versed in playing Shadespire, so I don't know too many of what these new rules are.
Okay.
I know the big thing that people were talking about or what they were concerned with was spells, casting, adding magic into the system.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I can see right now, Ski, have you played Shadespire?
Oh yeah, I played a lot of Shadespire.
All right, let me ask this: are there upgrade cards?
Like, there's.
Is there say chill touch?
There's ploys.
Ploys?
Yep.
Okay. What about gambit cards?
Gambit cards.
Okay, so it looks like there's going to be several new things. Power cards?
Give me a second. Let me just grab something.
Well, I can at least tell you guys what spells. Spells come in 3 forms. As gambit cards, and this sounds like these are... gambit cards are either ploys or spells. So, ploys are gambit cards.
Okay. So they're putting spells with the ploys and making them gambit now.
Right. Or if the fighter card and upgrade cards as actions or reactions that your fighter can make, or on fighter cards and upgrade cards as attack actions. So there's basically 3 ways that you can do spells. You always have to have a friendly wizard on the table to cast a spell, which makes sense. But it's not a necessarily new game mechanic. Oh. It's just adding on to the ploy cards, which now is, I guess, your gambit deck. So whenever you're pulling from your ploys, now you can have spells in there.
That's right, because the new Sigmarites and as well as the Nighthawks have spells now, right?
Yes, and then the 6 or 7 new warbands that they announced all have like spellcasters in it. Looks like I know at least like 3 or 4 of them have spellcasters in it.
And I can tell you each faction that they're releasing. I know all of them. So, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay. Well, the casting mechanics is actually very simple. It's just you're using these very specific spell dice to cast a spell. So either you're going to be successful in casting it. All spells will have like a certain number of symbols that you'll need to cast it, like a focus or a channel or a critical success. And as long as you, just like doing anything else in Shadespire, as long as you get the correct number of successes, you're good. However, there's a neat little thing as maybe a little balance with some of these spells. So I haven't flipped through all the spells yet. I've just been looking at the rule book. But if you get 2 or more critical successes when you cast a spell, once again, that's only if you have like a wizard actually.
Bless me.
The spell's going to go off, but the wizard will suffer 1 point of damage, and before you resolve the spell. Okay. Now, so this is kind of like the Perils of the Warp. Wait, is that 40K? What's the spell? Is there any feedback type thing in fantasy, like if you roll double sixes or something?
It depends on the caster or even the spell itself. Some people get bonuses like beefed up for casting using doubles. Some get downgraded or take more wounds. It just depends on the battle tone.
So you don't have like Age of Sigmar doesn't have like a miscast table. Okay, nope. So in 40K you have your Perils of the Warp. If you roll 2, if you're against double sixes, you'll take that mortal wound. This one, you suffer that wound, and if it manages to kill that wizard, the guy's taken out of action, the spell fails, and you're out of luck.
You die.
You die. So, and as I'm looking at it, spell attack doesn't have like a casting value. It just has basically it's a success of the attack action, but you're using these spell dice that determine if it was successful or not. That's really the biggest change that I'm aware of. I don't know. Did you say upgrade cards or not?
No, we have upgrade. We got ploys and upgrades.
Okay. So really, from what I'm seeing right now, there's not a lot of changes besides adding that in. There's a couple new scenarios, but I think what they might have done is kind of cleaned up some of the language. Maybe added in some of the FAQ stuff with the rule book that comes in there. But without being 100% a knee-deep Shadespire player, I don't have a lot of information on that.
So is there any... One thing I was curious about, and it's all about you have to have a caster to cast magic.
Yeah.
So none of the old factions have casters, so they don't get access to cast magic. So then it's really, I don't know, it feels like a power curve now when it comes to old versus new.
Yeah. I agree. That's going to throw things out of whack.
Hopefully GW play tested enough, and they had a lot of people play tested that it won't throw it too far out of whack, you know?
Yeah.
Well, they already had problems when they did the whole relics. And once all the relics came out from all the sets, that was like the almost I win button like deck. Even though when they FAQ'd it, they made it cost more to get the relics, but it's still just, or the artifacts, I should say, sorry. But it's still it just took a little bit more time now. And so a lot of times it didn't matter. It's like, okay, cool, I got all the relics. Okay, I instant win almost. So hopefully they fix that too.
Well, I'm hoping, and I'll keep reading, so maybe probably about next time, our next show, I'll have a little bit more information for you guys on this one. I think the biggest thing that might help balance out is the addition of new upgrade cards, new ploys, might help swing the balance a little bit. But these don't look anything different than the other ploys. I mean, they go all in the same deck. So in a way, I think it's still gonna have that balance. It's just gonna be new type of ploy cards, really. I don't know.
So we have Stormcast, we've got Nighthaunt, and then we've got Goblins coming. Then we have a Troll with like the Squiggin and some other weird things. That's its own faction. You've got the Overlord Dwarfs, the Dracaroth, whatever, the Chaos female from the 4 characters they released during the what's it called, the Potent, the Malagin Potent, whatever it was. There was the Goblin, the Stormcast guy, and then the chick Barbarian, but she was like a Dragoth or Dragoth or whatever her faction was.
Yeah,
they're getting their own faction for Shadespire. Zeech has got theirs coming. I think they're are they Arcanites or Zangors? I don't remember.
It looked like Zangors and some awesome looking caster.
Yeah, that one eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. That, and then I think, see if I could find. I think I'm missing one, but I'm not 100%.
You mentioned the Seraphim.
No, I did not. So yeah, Seraphim.
Oh wow, Seraphim are going to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
So that still leaves Deepkin, Sisters of Cain. What else we got here? We've got Orcs. It'd be cool to see Bone Splitters instead of Iron Jaws.
That'd be cool.
I'm trying to think of the factions. There's not a Nurgle faction.
Well, we all know Nurgle sucks, so we're good.
That's Nash. There's not.
I don't expect a Nurgle or Slaanesh till next year.
Oh yeah. Well, it'll be like another expansion.
Yeah.
If this, I don't know if this is going to take off like the first one did. I think it took off quick. It hit hard. A lot of people are still playing, but I don't know if this is going to keep it fresh or not.
I don't know. Especially when you have stuff like
Kill Team.
Yeah, which I don't know if you guys saw the information about Kill Team, but we can finish this up first.
Like all the stuff that's coming out?
Yeah. The
Necron.
The Necron, but the Commander rules.
Yep.
I don't know how many people play Kill Team, but if you haven't played it yet, it's definitely something to get into. It's the second major expansion, even though Rogue Trader is an expansion, kind of like gets you a different play style, different map, playing on indoors and dealing with walls and corridors and such. But the commander box that's coming out, basically you're going to be getting those, your commanders, like your Primaris Librarians, Genestealer Cult Patriarch, commanders. They said that there's like 40 commanders coming out for all the different factions, and that you can customize them with traits and other stuff, and new area effect tactics, 10 new specialist abilities. So and then of course there's all sorts of new missions involved.
And it wasn't Seraphon, it was Sylvaneth. Sorry.
Sylvaneth. Oh, okay.
I want to make that correction. I knew it was Sylvaneth, but I was like, oh yeah, Seraphon. Yeah, no, it's Sylvaneth.
Well, I'm not playing then, man. If it's not Seraphim.
Well, I think Seraphim is still being done, aren't they?
Not for Shadespire.
Oh, darn.
That's all the factions.
Oh, sorry, peoples. Sorry.
Poor Andrew, man. Poor Andrew up at the shop. He's not going to be able to play his Seraphon in Shadespire.
But real quick, back to Commander. I guess they'll be coming out with a whole bunch of new box sets with for each of the commanders. I don't know how that's going to work, because a lot of what I'm seeing is just the HQ choices that they have now. So I don't know if they're just going to be repackaged with the Kill Team box, so they can keep it separate. somehow, so you don't have to go rifle around through your 40K HQs and stuff to try to find the appropriate kill team. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it looks like after that, the next two big ones are Tau and, as Skeet mentioned, Necrons. So
with the what terrain was it? The
Wall of Martyr.
Yeah, the trenches.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that new box set will have the Wall of Martyrs.
So you know what's really, I thought about this the other day. I says, you know what, you can get a bit of everything 40K with Kill Team and have a full table of terrain out when you're done.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I mean, that's like, I don't know. It seems really smart what they're doing.
Good way to sell terrain, man. Because the terrain's already awesome enough, you know. So now that they're boxing it up, you're like, oh, sweet. Like I bought the one for with the crates in there, because you got like 2 sets of crates. You know, you got 2 sets of crates, and then you got the crane and the little like little hauler thing, and it was like $70 or something like that. It's like I just got a crap ton of terrain, plus I got the board. So yeah, Just Nor's on here. So yeah, I really think GW's done a good job with what they're doing with the terrain on Kill Team.
So it looks like 12 Neef, or I don't even know how to. What?
Nef 12 Nefer.
12 Nefer. He was saying that there's a magic nullifying card already in the core box. There might be more in the new Night Vault box. I'll find out tomorrow when I crack open the box.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't think about the cards. Like I said, I'm not very well versed in Shadespire. Kill Team, a lot more versed, but we'll see. But yeah, anyways, as I just saw some pictures, the all those commanders I was talking about, the 40 different commanders, they are going to be getting their own individual boxes, and they are all named characters. It looks like they're all going to get little special commander cards inside each of those, some tokens. So they're probably going to be about $5 to $10 more than a regular commander, but they'll have the extra stuff in there that you're going to want.
GW could always throw a wrench and make them the same price.
They could, which would be very interesting if they did that.
I hope they do. That'd be awesome.
Actually, I'll see right now. See if I've got the prices. I might have the prices available, but it looks like it's another. It doesn't. The Commander's book doesn't look as big as the current rule book, but it still looks to be about good 100 some odd pages, or maybe 200 some odd pages.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a big book.
Yeah. But now I have no idea how that's going to play into competitive play.
Yeah.
It might be one of those things that people might keep out of competitive play, or even tournament-wise, just from the fact that that might be very overpowering, especially a Gene Stealer Cult Patriarch versus a Space Primaris Librarian. I mean, the Patriarch himself could probably just tear through your entire kill team.
Yeah, but it's also going to depend on, with kill team, cover makes a big difference,
Yeah.
Range. So, it also depends on point cost, too.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But
what do you think?
They do want to make it a more competitive type game, so it'll be interesting to see what it comes in at.
That's true.
It's pretty competitive right now.
Yep.
So what do you think of this box set coming out? What is it?
Wake the Dead.
Wake the Dead. Where did this come from? Like
Left field.
What box set are you talking about?
Is this like a money grab box? What is this?
I don't think it's a money grab box. I think they're just keeping We're getting near the holiday season, and so this is one of their ways of still pushing their narrative and pushing great product for people just getting into the hobby, or people that already have these armies, one or two, and maybe their buddy has the other one. It's a great box, I think, to split
with 2 characters.
And then you're on top of that, you're getting 2 brand new characters that are not available anywhere else at this time.
Oh, Wake the Dead?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that, dude.
Yeah, it did come out of nowhere. I wasn't even aware that was a blip on the radar.
Yeah, I'm so confused on what just happened now. I mean, hold on. Let's pull this thing up real quick. Let's share it out. I mean, look at this thing. So you get the interceptors, right? Looks like you get a box of those. You get a full squad of intercessors. It looks like you get a box of guardians, wraith knights. Riddle, those are wraith knights, right? What are these? These are wraiths. What are they? Wraith knights, wraith lord, and wraith. Am I talking to myself?
Guard.
Wraith guard. That's it.
I was just waiting to see if you extinguished all your options. That's I was waiting on.
Yeah, y'all were just making thanks, guys. Feel dumber now than ever. No joking. But then you get a falcon. Looks like Grav tank falcon. I don't know something. Wave serpent. Yes. And Jesus, that's a good set right there.
And it looks like it's actually a set of 5 intercessors, and then 5 reavers, and then the 3 inceptors.
Oh yeah, they were reavers. Okay, cool. Yeah, here's a better picture of them. That is really cool. And then you get this Farseer?
Spirit Seer.
Spirit Seer.
Yeah, Spirit Seer.
Oh, finally get the Spirit Seer models coming out. Because they discontinued it, didn't they?
Mm.
Yep. So that's cool. And then, oh, look at this guy.
Is that like a lieutenant or something?
Probably lieutenant. And God, he looks like an Ultramarine, man. Look at that little Gladius, man. Cut that off, and here you go, Ski. Cut it off and add a Space Wolf's axe to it, a Frost axe.
Is that a Primaris lieutenant?
No, it's just a normal lieutenant, man.
No, that's a Primaris lieutenant.
Damn it.
Yep, that would be a dead Marine on my base.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Ski, man, I was playing around doing a Space Wolf's army, and you know what I was thinking? I had like Logan Grimnar, and I was going to have Arjak Rockfist and Bjorn the Fell-Handed, right? And
Okay.
the rest was going to be all Primaris Marines.
Oh my gosh! Like you just want to torture leadership. I get it.
Here's my slight issue with this box. If orcs are right around the corner,
Yep.
why put Eldar in there?
It's to me just. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep saying it, but it's a money thing.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I understand that they're tying this in with some of the stuff that came out in several of the kill team boxes. Is tying in that narrative on this planet Vigilus.
Yeah.
That basically it sounds like every faction is going to be there, kind of like that.
Yep.
What was that campaign they had a few years ago, Medusa 5,
Okay, yep.
where everybody was fighting? Everybody had a reason to be on Medusa 5.
Yeah.
You know something? You know what this looks like? This box set right here?
Marines and Eldar.
No.
Oh.
It looks like 2 start collecting sets combined into one box.
It does, but I'll tell you, it's cheaper than 2 start collecting boxes.
Yes, it will be. It'll be what, 150?
It's $150.
Yep. So yeah, it's just I know GW's really pushing Primaris, but like, stop. Give me some normal damn Space Marines, guys. Come on.
Sorry, you're going to be seeing Primaris probably in every box between now and if they ever phase out regular Marines.
I really think they are. I mean, I'm going to stick by this, just like with the circle-based thing and the square-based thing. I called that way ahead of time.
Oh yeah, I think they're going to phase out the regular Marines, and they'll tie it in with the story. Which, okay, that'll happen. I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. I know people are going to hate it. Some people are going to love it. Some people are just not going to care.
Yeah.
But well,
I mean, what are we going to have? Primaris Terminators then?
who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, they're probably already in product. They're probably working on Codex Primaris.
You're probably right.
That's something that we'll probably see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it this time next year.
Good Lord.
You know what I'm working on is a big pile of flammable material to burn Primaris Marines is what I'm working on.
Hey, stop that, man. I've got some Primaris Marines in my armies. You just stop that. Don't burn my models. Big meanie. So the other thing that came out I thought was pretty cool. Y'all all saw this, right? Karai the Huntress came out. The new for Necromunda. That's an amazing model. And how does she get her feathers to do that? That's amazing.
They're stuck that way.
They're just stuck that way.
Aquanet.
No.
You know that?
It's a pretty wicked model, man.
And if anybody's gone into a GW store or maybe even their local hobby store, they've probably seen the Necromunda standee, and that's the same pose. That's the same model of that standee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, baby? She's around the corner.
Who's around the corner?
The standee.
Oh, dude, this new good God, Ceratec Heavy Construct. Is that what it's called? Serpentech?
Serpentech?
Serpentech. Yeah. This thing is wicked cool. I want to play Necrons. Just out of this model.
Stop.
Dude, John, have you ever seen Necrons painted this color before?
No. And actually, some people were confused. They're like, is that some sort of Tau Walker?
I know. It does look very Tau-ish.
I just look at the spine.
I think. And did you see this weapon?
Yeah.
The Singularity Generator, 36, heavy 3d3, strength 8, minus 3 AP, and just d6 damage. That's going to be pretty wicked, man. I don't know about y'all, but I think it's pretty cool. The last thing that I saw that... So I post... let me share this again here real quick.
Oh, the rumor mill. Haha.
The rumor mill. So this... Like I posted, and a lot of people were like, Chaos. When I first saw it, I was thinking AOS for Sigmarits, right?
Yep.
But...
Because you look behind the head.
Yeah.
That's a cable.
It's cable. Okay, that's a cable right here.
Yep.
Okay. So y'all think it's Chaos?
I think it is Chaos, and it's either new Zeech or
Lanesh?
not Zeech. Emperor's Children, maybe?
Yeah, no. I was also thinking maybe like Noise Marines or something. So
Yeah.
I don't know. But that is pretty wicked.
But it could be a freaking piece of a model that on a base of a design of a freaking piece of terrain. You never know with these things.
Yeah, I know. They're just mean like that. They take these crazy pictures and they fool us into thinking it's something else and then totally mess with your mind.
Well, that ties in with one of the rumors that got passed on to me that just a little bit strengthening. It was right before that picture came out that we are very likely going to be seeing Chaos by the end of the year. A new, some upgrades, and it's probably going to be around the whole Khorne versus Slanesh.
Yeah. That could be right about that.
I usually am.
Wow.
But
And
I
I'm
don't know. I don't know all the details, and I think I'm not going to get a lot of details at this point. I don't think a lot of people are, because GW I think is on a putting out some red herrings to their employees. At least that's what my source had said. Some red herrings to try to root out who might be passing along rumors and information and such, which they've done before.
It's John Owens.
Yes, yes. Since I still work for the company in disguise. Wouldn't that be a hoot that I actually still work with the company and I just pass on all these rumors and that ends up being true?
That could be it, man.
Or they pay me to troll people. Oh, God. That would be
why do you troll
a great
people?
job.
I just never understood, why can't they just say, hey, this is what we're working on for the next 6 months, and just let people like be happy about it, or sad, or mad, or angry, or hey, let me plan my checkbook so in October I have enough money to buy a whole orc army, or I just don't. I know it's like a business tactic, but it's just like, really.
Oh yeah, it's a crazy tactic for them. They love that. Not revealing stuff right now, because if they do, you won't buy now. Buy stuff that's out now. You're just going to wait. And I mean, I get it, but people are they're not going to lose that many sales.
Nope.
But their marketing people supposedly have figured this out, that don't give out too much information, because then we'll go under, or some bull crap like that.
Well, I'm not going to buy any more GW products. Screw this.
No, I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Just joking.
You want to go with me to a Warhammer Citadel?
I'm never going there, man. They won't let me play with my models.
Oh, they will, as long as you are only using GW models.
I've been playing this game, and I'm not sure if they'll even count my models as GW anymore, I'll bring normal Space Marines, and they won't allow them because they only are Primaris. Damn you, GW. Damn you.
It's your fault for not switching over to the goodness.
What goodness? They don't even have Terminators.
They don't need Terminators. They're Primaris Marines.
We need Terminators, damn it. Terminators are the best ever.
Oh, what? Terminators suck.
You take that back, John.
Really? Have you ever played Space Hulk?
Yes.
That's a very unbalanced game.
Yeah, I know.
Always win.
What?
I have never died with my Dark Angel in Space Hulk, the video game. Never.
Just because you're on an easy setting does not mean that you're very good at the game.
Easy setting, man. I cranked it all the way up.
To what, conscript level?
I stay in one spot and kill them one at a time.
Yeah, conscript. Mm-hmm.
Just pushing that cheat code, make them win. Man, I love Terminators, man. I just wish Terminators were good.
I can never stand Terminators. I don't like big, bulky models like that, or armor. I just think, and I realize that, like, Space Marines are, in their armor, they're like 8 foot tall, 800 pounds, so they're not really majorly fluid in their movements. But I see that Terminator armor, I'm just like, God dang, that's so clunky. It's just not very, I don't
Terminator
know.
armor is awesome. That's why Deathwing is the best army in the game right now. No one's playing it because it's too overpowered.
I believe it.
That's what I'm thinking about taking to LV. I want to take Deathwing Terminators.
Oh, man.
In
I'm
what?
going to finish last, and I'm going to enjoy it.
In a Spartan assault tank, huh?
Yeah.
No Spartan assault tank. Take a Mastodon.
A giant Mastodon.
I've got one.
I am so excited, man. They released some more stuff on Warhammer Adventures, baby.
More vainglorious.
Yeah, they have like characters you can select. You can design your own character and draw them up. There's like picture puzzles now.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Like the new website, man.
No, I'm going.
Shut up.
I'm serious, man. I'm gonna share it right now. Hold on.
Attack of the Necron and City of Lifestone. Okay.
I'll stop talking so it can pop up.
I mean, look at this, man. So like the homepage is right here, you know. I'm so excited for this because like Peyton, my 7-year-old daughter's reading a lot of books, and these are for like 8 or 9, and she reads at like a 4th or 5th grade level right now. So when these come out, I'm so giving her and let her read it like over the summer.
Hey, there's a quiz.
There's a quiz, like the games right here. Which character would you be?
Age of Sigmar.
I know. You can choose the most popular character and you read about them. Stormcast Eternals. You know? Good stuff, man. And then you can generate your own character name. You know, it looks like you can download and, you know, draw and stuff. So I'll give that to Peyton and let him draw. Picture puzzles. You know, so I'm excited. This is a good way to get my daughter into this, you know, and then, you know, maybe one day I can play with her at home. So I'm excited. If this is a way to get my daughter and like younger kids into Warhammer, start them out early, I am all for it, man.
I agree. Good job, GW.
Anything to get kids into this game because it's cool. Wait, hold it. For Termies, nah, Grey Knights. Grey Knight Terminators are awesome. Except not on the table in fluff.
Yeah.
It's like Space Wolves. They're only good in fluff.
That's the truth.
They're only good in fluff, and Lieben Russ was only good in fluff. In real life on the tabletop, he's nothing but a punk.
Probably. This might be
flicking me off on the TV. No, he's not. Okay, cool.
Why would I do that? Dude?
I'm
doing a puzzle. Oh.
Are you doing the puzzle? See?
Oh, yeah.
Kids alike, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I did the puzzle. I was like, man, I'm really good. Then I saw it was easy up top.
Pure level, right?
And then I tried doing the one with the Jacaro, and I was like, no.
I'm almost done with that one.
Oh, this is hard.
Yeah.
Hold on. I almost got it on easy mode. Hold on. Wait a minute here. There we go. There we go.
I don't know why you guys are playing with that.
Done.
Nice. The rest of the rumors that I had is that orcs are definitely getting a new character. I don't know if that means a new character model or if that just means like a named character. So we'll find out. I'm hoping it's like some new, maybe it's like a generic war boss and mega armor kit and not like, I don't know, Crom Iron Skull.
But the Mega War Boss kit clam pack that still hasn't came out?
Yeah. But if they do, they have to call him Crom Iron Skull, though. He's pretty much the greatest freebooter mech boy extraordinaire ever.
What's his name got to be?
Crom Iron Skull.
Wow, this monkey is hard.
That doesn't.
I told you, Jacaro is hard.
It's not that hard.
Shut up, Ski. It's hard. Anyways, that's all I had for the York stuff. They're being really quiet. It kind of comes into that what I was talking about earlier with them putting out the red herrings, trying to root out who's leaking information. So I think they might have had a company-wide clamp down on their rumors, except whoever it is that actually puts out the rumors. that their job is to give us rumors.
What? Who wants to give whose job would that? That would suck.
That'd be an awesome job.
It's like, wait, I just get to put out random rumors.
I get to troll people.
Sometimes they're real, sometimes they're not. I get paid to do this. I get to troll people for real.
Oh
Done.
God, you're right. That would be awesome to get to troll people for real.
Get paid to troll.
Yeah, man. I mean, who better to troll than the gaming community?
The GW itself.
Yeah. I mean, the gaming community just.
Bunch of awesomeness. That's what it is.
Does it tell you when you finish it?
Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Done. All right.
Still working on the Jackaroo.
Yeah, I just finished it.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we'll be seeing that Sisters and Custodes book soon. It kind of makes me wonder if, based on that new paint scheme for that Necron model, is if it's going to be them against, or at least Custodes versus Necrons. Because for a while there, they were working on the book where it was, I think it was book 14. It was supposed to be Red Scorpions, Elysian Drop Troops, I think, or it might have been Deathcore Creek, who knows, versus Tau. And they're supposed to introduce a whole bunch of new Tau models, or at least the Tau models that they've got right now. But who knows? Who knows what's going on with Forge World right now? I don't know.
All right, I got to share something with you. So I don't know if this is real or not, but there's the Daily Something, Tuesday, September 25th, 2018. It's a section of a paper, and the title of the article is "The FAQ Ever Coming?" And it says, despite repeated and continuing assurance from the Warhammer 40K social media team, consensus amongst hobbyists is that the fabled September FAQ will not come until October. However, there are those not even convinced of this at this point. They are probably just waiting for the chapter approved 2018. At this point, commented one salty member of the competitive 40K Facebook group. Amongst those most frustrated are Space Wolf players who are waiting for their errata, which will likely be concurrent with FAQ. Meanwhile, Orc players just keep chanting Daka Daka and WA as they anticipate their October release. On an actual, it looks like an actual paper, like a newspaper article.
Wow.
Fuck. I did the Jackaroo. Took a while, but I got him. Got him like a kid.
I'm a quitter. I gave up.
You gave up? No, you can't give up.
I did.
That is actually really.
Yeah, Kevin, man, I wish. Yeah, we need GW to open up the vault when it comes to Forge World. They need to make some Forge World books, man. Like seriously. Oh God, look at Clint. Clint's just going Daka Daka on everybody.
I don't know. I think Forge World's in a very bad spot.
Well, you know, when Alan Bly died, everything just went to shit.
Well, it's not even. I don't think he was the direct result of all of it. I think he had a part of that, but looking at everything from that point on, it slowed down because they put all their eggs in one basket. But then, okay, so that's an issue. Let's get this done. They didn't. What was their answer? Let's raise prices. I'm not trying to be on that bandwagon, but there's nothing going on with Forge World.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, we got a Necron model. We have
some Necromunda models.
Yeah. Where's the rest of the Horus Heresy series? Yes, I know they got to reformat some things, but I think they're in a very bad spot. So.
Yeah.
They are, man.
I wish we knew what was going on because there's a lot of good product out there coming out of Forge World, but it's almost like somebody is, I don't know, grabbing them by the balls and they're not letting them do anything right now.
Yeah. I mean, there's been really nothing coming out of Forge World. I mean, they discontinued stuff. Then there's been no really releases at all for any of the new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time they put out a book?
I know. Besides the indexes, basically, that came out at the very beginning. You know?
Yeah.
That's the last time I've actually seen anything.
That's alarming.
It actually, for real, dog, it is. Scary. Like, I don't know, man. It is really weird that Forge World's doing this right now. You know?
Well, they've got that book coming out, the Tau book. They've got, was it book 8 for the Heresy with Blood Angels?
Mm-hmm.
They showed all that amazing stuff at Warhammer Fest with the Blood Angels and all that stuff. But where's everything?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell is going on?
So
I understand, the need to keep some stuff under wraps, be a little secret on stuff, but I mean, is this just going to be like one massive release, and it's going to be like 30 or 40 different products are all of a sudden going to come out or be back into production? And just kind of like what Games Workshop has done lately with release after release after release. And I understand GW, in the past they've done multiple release schedules, but the tempo right now is it is ridiculous. And I'm wondering if Forge World's about ready to do that. They're about ready to go, okay, well, we've been quiet for about a year, or about a year. And then here we are for the next, 6 months. We're putting out solid new product every week for the next like 4 to 6 months.
I think I have an answer for it. I think I know what they're doing, because they're like the engineers behind everything. If you really think about it, Forge World's the engineers, and then Games Workshop is like the production plant, So the engineers, the big release is going to be the plastic Thunderhawk. That's what they're doing.
Plastic Thunderhawk. Well, that's gonna suck, because if that happens, then there's a lot of people that attended Warzone that are going to be asking for their plastic Thunderhawk.
No, you said it on April Fools, man. It can't be like that.
There's an expiration date. It's a 1 year.
There is going to be that one person that's going to do it. They're going to complain. And then there's going to some sort of weird Me Too, not to cast any shade on the Me Too movement, but it'll be like some sort of, I didn't get my Thunderhawk. I don't know what I'm saying. You know how gamers are.
Oh, yes.
They're going to take that gamer privilege and run with it.
Yeah, the privilege they don't have, huh?
Exactly. I buy your products, Games Workshop. You owe me.
Shit.
No?
You gave them your money. They didn't ask for it. It's like volunteer for the military. You volunteered.
Yeah.
Give them your money.
Give me money.
Yeah, but so the only thing that we're still looking at for rumor-wise this year is the Slanesh and Khorne by the end of the year. Whether that means we're going to get Fulgrim and Angron, or if Russ is going to be out this year, like some sort of weird triumvirate box. Who knows? It's really up in the air.
Do not say Angron and yeah.
Don't say
Angron, because then I'm going to be like, I'm going to kick myself for not painting my World Eaters right now.
You know what, though? That could be your inspiration to do it. Are you going to go like classic World Eaters, or are you going to go at current?
You haven't seen my World Eaters?
I don't think so.
They've been too busy eating the world.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll share it on Instagram real quick. I got them on Instagram, so.
Oh, okay, that'd be great. Let me go ahead and download the app for Instagram and.
No, I'm gonna pull up a picture. Calm down, you.
So, tell me, when did they release the Silent Sister Knight Commander?
On Forge World. A month or so ago.
Okay.
Maybe 2 months. No, a couple months ago.
Okay.
Because I've got one on its way.
That's a beautiful model.
Very beautiful model.
Oh my gosh.
I've been kind of, and I'm surprised I haven't like built up a force. Maybe it's just because you can only get like a squad now. But ever since I played the Horus Heresy card game back in the day from Sabretooth Games, I think it was Sabretooth Games. And I had that artwork, the original artwork with Sisters of Silence. I have been infatuated with them and the Custodes, of course. I don't think the miniatures do the artwork any justice, but I really like those. All right, show us what you got, TJ.
Here you go, John, man. It's on the share screen right now. These are my world eaters. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those are them. Painted these up.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, and then I even got my world eaters knight.
Wow.
Yeah. And don't ask me how I did all the pins either. You'll cry.
Mm-hmm.
I know how you did it.
Yeah, I drilled holes, and then I used those the stitching pins that are like that, and I cut them off and I stuck them in there.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are my world eaters, man. Yeah. So if Angron comes out, I'm gonna be really pissed off because I should have been painting these up instead of working on my AdMech and other things.
Hey,
They're already painted.
No, I don't have enough for a battalion yet. I need to get enough for a battalion. Angron, not Angren. Yeah. So no, but seriously, like, yeah, I mean, yeah, if they bring out Angron, yeah, I'm gonna be paying my world eaters like crazy. I already got my I'm ready to go because I got my I've got my 3K, my Burning Prospero box, and then I picked up this bad boy on eBay for $20.
oh, nice.
So that's my third Rhino. So yeah.
I've got one of those sitting in my closet right now.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Waiting to be built.
Nice.
What I'm trying to get is I've got I don't want to say his name, but got an old customer of mine from my Games Workshop days. The guy, he's one of those guys that back in I think late 90s, Games Workshop put out a thing like buy a chapter. This is before the most recent one, about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yep.
But it was, and he had all the old school rhinos and stuff like that, and he bought it, and it's still sitting in boxes at his house. And I keep begging him, please let me have or not have, but I'll buy a couple of the original Land Raiders. Of course, he wants to sell me at the new markup price, like $250 to get 2 of them. And I, of course, only want to play the original price of like $40 for 2. So we're trying to negotiate, but I want those old school Land Raiders. I like to put them on the table. I know Land Raiders aren't that great, but to be able to pull out those nostalgic, those old school ones would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so cool to. God, I can't. So he really bought that entire build a chapter thing?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
It came in those back in the day. They used to have the mail order troll boxes.
Yes.
The big white boxes. And everything is just sprues on top of sprues on top of sprues.
Oh.
A lot of it's the RTB, RTB 01 Marines or whatever. And he's got a lot of the metal Marines that when they started doing the Mark 7 armor. So it's a combination of the two.
Nice.
I'm very. He's asked me a couple times if I want to paint it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. Build and paint 1,000+ Marines and vehicles.
And plus, you're not even Primaris Marines, man. You wouldn't have as much fun, right?
I really wouldn't. But then again, how often do you get the chance to paint an entire chapter using old school Marines and get paid to do it? I mean, that's like, it's tempting.
You'd have to get like a whiteboard, and you'd have to like, or any kind of board basically, and you'd have to like first company, second company, first squad.
Oh yeah. And it depends. And it also, I guess, it'll depend on what chapter he would want. If he wants his custom chapter, that would be all white, I don't know if I want to do 1,000 white Marines plus God knows how many rhinos, and it's all those old school rhinos and Land Raiders. I don't know. That's a lot of white. I don't know if I could do that. But if you told me Ultramarines, I'd do it for sure. But it's a project that he keeps poking me on, and I keep dodging. But I think I might do it. It might be a neat thing to do, like a video blog on, or a log on YouTube or Instagram, that sort of thing. And over the course of a year, I build and paint an entire chapter of Space Marines.
Yeah, it can be John and the Massive Army. That's what we'll call the segment.
Yeah.
And we'll see John like this every single time. We'll be like, oh, blue. Why blue?
It might. I was thinking it might cure me of my love of building and painting Space Marines. But then I realized I sat there and figured out all the different chapters that I've done, including a couple of my own, and the size of each of those full company, or how many full companies or more I've done. Over the course of since 2000. I've now done about 1,200 Marines of my own. Of course, I built, painted, sold them off. I realized that if I would have just kept the one chapter and kept everything instead of selling them off, I would have like an actual entire chapter that I could show up. Oh, you guys are doing an APOC game. I got this.
And then a Warlord Titan drops and blows away the whole company or whole chapter off the table.
God, yes.
Wait, hold on. How much have you painted, John?
Of my own?
Yes.
I have owned and painted over 1,200 Marines.
1,200.
1,200.
Dear God, my friend.
And that doesn't take into account, I'd probably say close to that same amount I've done for other people. Because usually when I paint up a Marine Army for somebody, it's usually a full company. So I'd say I've definitely done over 2,000 Marines, and I would say in the past 10 years.
I know you just sold off all your White Raven Guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, how many was that?
A little bit over 100, I think, or just about 100.
They're white.
Well, it was a bone color. It started off as a bone, and then I dry brushed because I wanted like a nice arid, kind of like desert Bedouin, I don't know, Arabian style looking armor, and not armor, but a theme to it. But yeah, it was bone, and then I would mix the same color up with white, dry brush it on, and then make it lighter. So it had about 2 or 3 layers of dry brushing on it. So it kind of was white-ish.
God. I still can't believe you sold that army.
Yeah. Well, if I didn't do that, then I would have just kind of dragged my feet getting the LVO army ready.
Okay, gotcha.
And I mean, if it would have been sitting there, I've been like, I don't have to work as hard. Now I have to work hard. And for a while there, in the past couple of weeks, it looked like actually I was going to have to not go to LVO. But then our sister store, Eden Games and Hobbies in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they had something going on. I don't know all the full details, but their owner called me up and was like, hey, if you're going to LVO, we'll pay for everything except food. So I'm like, done. So I'm back on going out there.
What the hell, John? You have a room, man.
I know that, but it was also the expenses of driving and then food expenses. It was starting to just add up. And I was kind of getting burnt out. Like I'm kind of at the point I need to take a break. I think from running 40K tournaments at the store. I think I'm gonna hand the reins over to somebody else for a while, for a couple months, just because like I've backed off a lot of the different social media or the Facebook groups and chats, just because it has just gotten so, in some cases, gotten so, I guess, toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And or it's the same thing over and over again, and it doesn't seem like some of the groups I'm in there's any growth. It's just very stagnant. So it has kind of burnt me out.
Yeah.
Still love the game, still love the miniatures, or I wouldn't be painting right now. But yeah, I just needed a break.
You know what it sounds like, John?
What's that?
You know what you need to do?
Tell me.
You need to have a fun game. That's what you need.
Yeah. And now that I don't have an army.
Well, you can play one of mine.
Okay.
Mine sucks. So no matter which army you pick for me, we'll be at the same level because my armies are all retardedly fluffy. So.
Okay. Well, I've got a lot of projects though that are going to keep me busy. Because after I finish the Space Wolf one, got to start getting cracking on my 1,000 Suns for LVO.
Yeah.
And I know my friend Clint, who's on here. Right. I know when orcs drop, he's going to have to bring over pretty much all of his orcs. And I am not going to play your orcs. Thank you, Clint. Don't offer that. He's going to have to bring over his orcs. We're going to have to go through and do a lot of repair work, a lot of new paint jobs or touch up some paint jobs. So that'll cut into my paint time and play time.
Yeah.
But it's all for the community, my friends. So I like
That's
doing
what
it.
it's about, man.
Yeah. As much as the community frustrates me sometimes, I love doing stuff for the community. That's why, I'll run the games. I'll run the sacrifice, Saturdays to run tournaments for people, or spend my off hours working on scenarios or campaigns for a kill team, that sort of stuff. Just because, I like it when other people are having fun playing the game that I love.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm to the point right now where I have a lot of armies and I don't know which one I want to focus on. And I think that's my problem. And I think GW's release schedule has completely hosed me and screwed my mind up. Because their old release schedule, like we always talk about, was, you got 2 armies a year, right? So you're like, my army came out. I have 6 months before I have to get excited about the new army. Now you're like, Beast of Chaos drop, what? I want to paint those. And then, it's like, and then like orcs are going to come out and I know I'm going to be like, I want to paint orcs. I want to paint orcs. I don't know what I'm using for, but I want to paint orcs. So I think that's my issue is I need to get back focused. So
yeah. I am tempted though to as I have pretty much enough stuff to do a Custodes army. I am thinking that an alternative, if I can't get the 1,000 Suns going, could always do a Custodes army for the friendly tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I still got the sad part is I have like a lot of my Grey Knights and my Custodes that I still want to paint up. But just as of right now, like Grey Knights just aren't really, unless something happens in the FAQ and they get reduced point cost or, maybe changes some of the rules. I'm just not, my imagination with how Grey Knights are supposed to play and what they actually do on the battlefield are not meshing right now.
Yep.
So, so I have to like rethink on what I want to do. So,
Gotcha.
Especially with my Grey Knights, because I basically I have 4 models left to put together for my Grey Knights, and then all my Grey Knight stuff will be put together.
Nice.
But I'm not interested in putting together. I got 3 Paladins to put together,
and then I've got the standard bearer to put together and paint those up, and would take me probably like a week and a half to do. But I don't want to work on models that I know I'm not going to be able to field with any sense of, except in a fun game, that would actually do anything.
Yeah, I mean, right now you really should be concentrating on your LVO stuff.
Yeah. And to be honest with LVO, like that's why I'm painting up the robots, and then I need to get a Canis Rex model, and then that'll be it.
Well, I think I'm going to help you out with that Canis Rex. I'll find out tomorrow. I'll get you a message.
Yeah, let me know. But no, I mean, like, as far as the Canis Rex model, I want to run the Preceptor because I'm running 2 of the Armiger Warglaves. So I want that Preceptor to run up with those, with the chain sword, with the chain thing, and have him run up. You know, it's going to be a House Terran Preceptor night. But, you know, have him run up with those, and then have my AdMech in the background to kind of slowly push up and shoot. I've kind of redesigned my list to make it a little bit harder. So than what I played at the last tournament. I think last tournament I did pretty well. All my games were really close, and I forgot a whole bunch of stratagems. But even if they come out with the FAQ, I think the FAQ. I've got some thoughts on like what I think they should do to fix it, especially with command points and stuff. So we'll just have to see what happens when the FAQ comes out. Did you hear anything on that, John? Did you hear anything about like the FAQ on what they may do to fix the command point farming or anything?
No, I mean, from what I've reported before, I think it'll be a beta rule. That I know it was discussed heavily by the playtesters, and at least one of the playtesters that I talked to said that the command point farming has been looked at.
Okay.
So if that could very well mean, hey, do we need to adjust command point farming? No? Okay, move on to the next thing. Or it could be, oh my God, we need to spend the next like 3 months trying to figure this out.
Oh,
so what it's going to be, who knows? And it could be, we might not even see anything on this FAQ. It could be come around, we might see it in the chapter approved.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or they might not do a single thing to it.
Yep, that is true.
Because, I mean, from a business standpoint, you are just going to buy like 35 or three or four boxes of Imperial Guard so you can get 9 extra command points. Yep. Okay, done. Yeah, that's money in our pocket. Sure, do it.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I was thinking, like, I've been talking to some people on it. I was just hoping they would kind of flip it, you know, and be like, so like the majority of your points, whatever your majority of your points is for that detachment, your warlord has to come from there, and then you can only spend stratagems from that particular, you know, detachment or whatever. So
right.
I mean,
yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no. I mean, that's what I was thinking. It's pretty simple, you know. So if you have a small custodes detachment or something, right, then you can't really use the stratagems for custodes like you want to use, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of the point I just thought about is that one of the things that was discussed, and whether it's play tested, whether it's going to show up, I don't know, just rumor, is that if you have, say, Imperial Guard and Custodes, and they both give 9 command points each because you're running 2 battalions, only those 9 command points that the Custodes generate can be used for their stratagems. The 9 that the Guard use can only be used for their stratagems.
Okay.
So, that's right. It took a while for my brain to get kicked in that phase. That was one of the things that was talked about. Yeah. And I think if anything happens, that would be the one that they go with. It'll probably still be a beta rule. I think that's the direction they're going to go.
Okay, you know, to me that makes sense too. So, you know, if I take my knights, right, and I take the super heavy detachment, I get 3 command points from them, you know, and then my AdMech are my main one, and then I take a battalion, I get 5 plus the extra 3. Where does the extra 3 go that you get for the battle thing?
I imagine then for something like that, wherever that's
Yeah.
probably like 3 points.
Yeah.
If you if those three, like that earlier example, give those 3 bonus ones over to your custodes, or 2 there and 1 over to after built arm.
Or you can just use the 3 for being the battle brother on anyone you want to use it on.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is that you could just whatever you want to use that for.
Yeah. I could see that. I think that'd be cool. Not dumb, not stupid. I think it'd be good.
I think that's the best solution at least this point, because I mean you're still people are gonna find a way around it, and DW would kind of kick themselves in the foot if they got rid of the command point farming.
But they should keep the farming. But your stratagems are one-time use. That would work.
Yeah, that would be.
That would change people's ideas around so much.
Yeah.
Oh, that would change. That would really hamper. That would change everything, and I would say a lot of people are going to complain about it. But the smart players, they're probably already even. I wouldn't be surprised if people like Nick Devontae, Nick Rose, Alex. I can't think of anybody's names, and the smart players, the ones that they probably already even thought about that. They probably already have a little bit of insider knowledge that whatever's going to be happening, they're probably already working around it, or they're just that type of player. Like, okay, this sucks that there's these changes, but instead of bitching endlessly about this, I'm going to figure out how to make this work.
Yeah, and that's how winners win.
Yeah, we have a local guy. I don't know if he's been out to Atomic Hobbies, but usually out at Eden. Mike Delta. Yeah. He runs the Inari, and he constantly, since 8th edition comes out, Inari like up, down, nerf. And I mean, it sucks. And I mean, I would complain too. But yeah, he'll make the complaint like, crap, we're getting hosed again. And then he turns around and wins with them again.
Yep.
So it's players like that roll with the punches, and instead of chasing the new meta, like, oh, well, there's another guy, I won't mention his name, but whatever army, has got the wind is behind, for that month, he's already getting rid of his previous army, buying the new one, and competing with it. And if it doesn't work, well, this army sucks. I don't see how people play this. I'm going to try something else. Rinse and repeat. It's those smart players like, and there's other great players here in Houston. I'm just using Mike as an example.
Yep.
That know their army in and out. They take time to learn what the adjustments are. Yeah, be frustrated and bitch about the changes, but roll with the changes, come out with a new strategy, and win with it. And that's what people like him, Nick DeMonte, Nick Rose, all them, that's what they do. They figure out how to work with the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, when you're talking about, the command point farming, if, your command point farming is guard, you can command point farm all you want. Is you can only use guard stratagems.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, like, I was like, I looked at my AdMech and I was like, man, that would suck. But then I started looking at some of the stratagems. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to use a lot more points on my knights. At the same time, I'm like, dude, I can use all my command points, and there's a lot of cool stratagems for AdMech that are useful. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I think it'll just be interesting what they do. I think, the one-time use thing would be huge.
That'd be very interesting if they were to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they will, but they're going to try something.
Yeah, they'll give some a whirl. We'll play test it. I'll think about how I can use my army with it if it changes, what changes I have to make. So that's the best way to go with it. It's I think like when something comes out like that and they change something and they kind of hose you bitch about it and you're like, okay, cool. Well, that's done. Nothing I can do to change it. Let's focus in on what I can do to make my army better,
Exactly. Yeah, it's. I'm not saying it's. I don't want any of our viewers to be upset. I'm not saying that people are gonna, there's anything wrong about bitching or complaining about the changes because it sucks when it gets handed to you. But the mark of a good player is one that will adjust to those changes.
Yep.
And I mean, if you stick with the same thing over and over again, it's going to become stagnant. And I mean, I was talking to Chad Stubblefield. He's the kind of like our magic guru out at Eden Games, and it's the same thing with Magic. You can't stick with the same strategy and over the same deck of cards. You always have to go with the changes because stuff is being banned, stuff is being cycling out, and if you don't roll with the changes, then you're just going to become jaded and you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to be winning games and such.
Yep.
See, that's why I just quit. I don't like to change.
Man, you're coming from one of the most now you're playing one of the most dynamic games out there, Ski.
Yep. Because I think it's more challenging in my brain than it is than other games. That's why I switched. There's more of a challenge, more variety. There's more to it than command point farming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still love 40K, but I realize for me to go that route to be as good as a competitive player as these other people, I've got to spend a lot more time playing with that type of mentality that they have. Not that I'm saying it's bad, but that ultra competitiveness. And I find that I don't want to quit 40K, but I don't. How else am I going to compete at these tournaments? That's why I'm going to start going for the painting, for the best appearance. I'm sorry, that's what they do now is best appearance, not necessarily best painted.
Yep.
Because I've seen some best appearance awards, and I'm like, well, the theme is cool, but the paint job is garbage.
Yep.
But I think that's how I'm going to start competing now. That's how my brain is going to work. Like Ski said, I mean, either change game or change tactics on what you're going to do.
Yep.
I think for me, the way I'm going to play is how I've always played. I'm going to spend good time painting up my miniatures, having fun doing it, and then go to a tournament and do the best that I can with my list and have fun while doing it. I know, like, in my mind, like, I don't paint fast enough, and, like, I want to have good quality miniatures out there on the field, so I'll never be one of the people that'll switch up the meta real quick and be like, man, I played this unit 3 times, it sucks, I need to paint a new unit. I'll be like, okay, the unit's not as good as I thought it was going to be. How can I try to make it a little bit better or utilize it a little bit differently to make it more effective? So, because I told you, man, I paint slow, so if I could paint like you, John, whew.
Yeah, but there's a difference in quality, though. I mean, I would say, and I'm only saying this actually based on what other people have said, my painting is above tabletop quality, above average.
Yep.
Yours is above mine in quality. I mean, I can crank stuff out really fast, and it's going to look good. But your stuff is you go a little slower, but technical parts of your painting far better than mine. A lot crisper, a lot neater. Mine is very using a lot of cheap tricks to get a good quality looking model.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I'm not tied into any of those conversations. So
I have not seen any of your stuff, Ski, so I can't compare.
Well, from what I've seen, his turtle looks amazing, and then also his the dragon, the orc dragon looks amazing too as well. So Ski can paint. He's good. I like his stuff.
I haven't. Well, do you have? Is your stuff on like Instagram, Ski?
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Guess I'm just gonna have to get Instagram app and. Gosh darn it, you guys are gonna make me do this, aren't you?
No, I'm not making you do anything.
See,
No.
here's the thing with Instagram, man. Here's what I'm gonna tell you about Instagram.
All right, talk to me.
I joined Instagram. At first, I was like, "Oh, it'd be cool to get so many followers, right?" But then, the more and more I started going on it, I use it for inspiration.
Oh.
Because I follow some really amazing artists,
you know, they're amazing. Like, you know, pretty much anyone who follows me on Instagram, I'll follow you back if it's model painting, you know. You got all kinds of weird stuff on your thing, I'm not gonna follow you back. But if it's just model painting, you know, then it's you know, I'll follow you because I like to, you know, like when I'm bored at work or if I'm like at home, I have a few seconds. What I like to do, here's skis stuff, John. Pick it up on the sharing one. So yeah, I wish you had some more pictures of your turtle. Let's see. I think you got some more on here.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at that.
I think there's a better one. There we go. There's the highlights of the silver on the blue.
Yep. Then I think, do you have the mouth on this one? No, you sent the mouth in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like C's turtle, man, it's looking good. I can't wait to see it. So
You might have an aptitude for painting.
You know what's funny? I am not a very artistic person. I've had to relearn how to paint 3 times because of the brain injury and whatnot. So,
dude, well, you know what? The third time's a charm, buddy. So yeah, Skeet stuff is really good. I like it, man. It's the way he paints bigger models is really truly something amazing, man. So
Yeah. No, I am definitely jealous. Now I have to step up my game.
oh, don't worry, man. I have no game. I am no threat. I promise you that.
No. The line has been drawn in the sand.
I didn't draw it.
we're all throwing down now.
I'm like old man Winters over here going, get off my lawn, you some guns. But that's about it.
No. It's gauntlet has been tossed.
Yeah, but no, seriously, John, like just join Instagram, man, and then like I will send you some people that are amazing painters, man. Like
and that's
I mean, you know, you have Andy, I think Wardock from over there in England, who's won a ton of Golden Demons. I follow him. He's got a studio called like Cult of Painting. I watch those. I watch their stuff all the time. There's a girl named Kat from over there, I think in Poland, and her stuff, it's like Ka something. Her stuff is amazing, dude. Like there are so many good articles, and they just keep on popping up on your feed, and you're just like, "That's cool. I'm going to try that. I want to do this," you know. So
yeah, I'm following a girl from Sweden, daughter of Cain, I think it is.
Oh, really?
She does some amazing work.
Yeah, even Kat, you know, that used to work up at Gold Mine, who used to do FNP painting videos. Yep. She's a great painter too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, well, always when she posts something, I always follow her stuff too. So yeah, I mean, it's Instagram. I think is a better place to get inspiration from painting because,
and I do
really like some of the Facebook groups and stuff. Man, it's hit or miss sometimes.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people will spam stuff, and you know, so but no, Instagram is really, man, it's good stuff for painting.
Well, I'll have to get up. I'll have to get some of my. I don't want to put any of this guy's stuff up there, but I'll have to get on a new project and get that up there first, or dig up one of my. I might have an old one.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for too. Just for, I think I posted maybe 2 pictures of myself on there. 1 picture of myself, and I think a random picture of something else. But everything else I post on there is just hobby, and that's all I follow. Is usually just hobby.
Yeah.
Don't put a picture of your dog up on there.
I don't think so.
Oh,
yeah, I usually my stuff is mostly hobby stuff, except occasionally I'll throw some family stuff because it's just.
Yeah.
It's my girls or something like that, or it's something, but you know, it's mainly, yeah, my feed is mostly hobby stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I know what I'll be doing then.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Besides painting another 20 Marines.
Well, you've got 20 Marines to paint Friday. Well, once everything's built, I'll have 40 or 20 thralls from Deepkin to build and paint, 20 reavers to build and paint, 3 eels, a shark, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters, the ship. Yeah.
And I want to paint. It's not even my own miniatures, but I really don't want to paint Clint's orcs. But what I want he's got a bunch of miniatures that he's going to do a Carcharodon army.
Oh, nice.
Even though it's just light grays, I really want to try doing the see if I could hand paint those tribal tattoos.
You could do it.
Nice.
I think that'd be a lot of fun to give it a try.
Holy crap! That's the first model I posted on Instagram.
And it's funny, on like my painting, I don't use any airbrushing. Some people do. I've got one now and a compressor, but I have no clue what I'm doing with it. So.
Oh yeah, the only time I'll use that is I only like using that to do a base coat. Like if I don't get like a colored primer, I'll use that for base coating. And if I'm gonna like wash the entire model with one color, I'll do that.
So one of the things I'll have you have to show me how to set up my stuff right to use it for stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of. I like using regular brushes, but if I can speed up paint time, with the less, the kind of like the piddly ass stuff that we can do, the base coating and washing. Like I knocked out, did one commission for somebody where I took there's another company of Imperial Fists, and I sat there, primed white, and then I did an overspray of white again, and then I slapped on 2 thin layers of Cassandora yellow. It's the yellow wash.
Yep.
And it came out looking like probably the best yellow for Imperial Fist, in my opinion. That's all I like to use it for. The people that can sit there and do, like Brian Hart is one of our locals. He can do some great stuff with airbrush, and I mean, there's other people too, but I'm running out of drink.
Yeah, Brian Hart, yeah, he does some amazing stuff with his airbrush.
Yeah, I think, I mean, he gets, from a distance, his stuff looks great. I wish on some of his stuff he would go in and tighten up some of the details. But I mean, overall, I would say the quality of his paint jobs is absolutely amazing. I mean, if he would go in and do some extra detail work, and he would be killing it.
Yeah.
He'd be a serious threat for best appearance everywhere.
Yeah, because some of the other technical stuff he does on his models is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Because I know, like, he does LEDs, he does all the other cool stuff. That's really like, whoa. Yeah. Dang. God, I can't believe, like, I'm going through like the first model I ever put on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
You want to see it, John?
One picture of himself posing.
It's a picture of me posing with my shirt off, dude. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I can't see yet.
Yeah, it should be popping up shortly.
How am I missing a Marine already?
Oh, look, it's a Terminator.
It is. And a Deathwing Terminator at that, too.
Wait, let me see. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Look at all those details you missed.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm teasing.
No, I look back at this, I'm like, man, I missed a lot of stuff. I was like, messed up right here. My skills gotten better. I should have highlighted here and here a little more. So yeah.
You said that's your first model? Or?
That was the first model I posted on Instagram.
Man, that is very clean. Man, using light colors like that, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, because these are all my Deathwing models. Yeah, I mean, I have 20, I think, done.
Nice.
20 Deathwing Terminators. Yeah, so they're not really useful anymore. I mean, I play with them for fun, but not good on the battlefield. Yeah, but oh man, it is getting late, guys. Unfortunately, yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I think a lot of us do. We got other stuff to do tonight. So, anything else I want to talk about tonight, or?
No, it's kind of a quiet, kind of like a lull with GW right now. Plus, no big grand tournaments coming up. It's kind of like a rest time.
It is
before LVO. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, it is. There's a big, huge rest period. It's a good time to be working on projects.
Yeah,
which is good. So,
like a battle company of Space Wolves.
Yeah, for a commission, sounds amazing. Well, that guys, I think we're going to be heading off for the night, and Ski's working on his new boat, his shipwreck boat.
Oh yeah, so I'm working on.
What color are you going to do it in, man?
Here we go.
Haven't decided yet.
And then just put this guy together.
Yeah.
So I don't know the color yet. I might just keep the color because I think I like the color.
Yeah, I do like that ghostly color it's got. It's pretty sweet.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Well, other than that, guys, I appreciate all of the guys joining on the chat tonight. Y'all have been great. Been a lot of good going back and forth. Reading a lot of y'all's comments. Appreciate Kevin, Clint, 12 Neff. Sorry, Raymond, you missed everything. But go ahead and rewatch it. It was probably, we talked for about 10 minutes about basing stuff. And then after that, John and Ski really got into on what they know about Shadespire and kind of fill in some of the changes. So, because John had a book. So, other than that, guys, man, I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget, subscribe. We're just kind of in a lull right now, but we're working on getting a lot of stuff done in the studio. We want to make sure the studio is up and running before we start filming games in there again. So, working on mics, and then we're doing a lot of stuff. So, other than that, guys, man, appreciate y'all watching. Thanks as always, and we shall see y'all next week at the same great time, same great channel. So, talk to you guys later.
See you later, guys.